Hello, welcome back to the show.
Hey guys.
Hopefully you guys had a good rest last night. Did you sleep well?
At about 3 a.m. when I went to bed.
Okay, so my issue is we had that big huge tornado gale force wind storm thing blow through here last night.
I didn't hear that until 4 or 5 a.m.
So I went to bed reading a bunch of stuff about it.
Yeah.
Played a couple videos for your mom yesterday. And so I was going to sleep, and I had like 100-mile-an-hour winds and without power and all that stuff, right? So I'm sleeping like peacefully, calmly, wonderful dream, and the rain starts coming down, and I hear it hitting the roof, and I was like, I like woke up.
You got the PTSD flash.
I woke up, I was like, oh, we're gonna die, you know?
No, I get it.
And then I kept thinking, this is crazy. You know, I've slept through storms and stuff before.
Yeah.
In fact, I like sleeping through rain. And then it stopped. It like pattered out. I fell asleep. You know, I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. There was hardly any wind, whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm sleeping. I get like to my nice, comfortable place. I'm dreaming again. All of a sudden, it starts raining again. I was like, so I woke up this morning late for work.
Nice.
So when the storms are coming, don't read about it. They give you like the worst possible scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, I heard that the studio and everything around here was without power for what, a half an hour
Yep.
or so this morning.
Yep.
So
There was some guy out in front of the studio taking measurement readings for something.
yeah,
No idea who he was.
should have harassed them.
Thought about it. Let the
So-
dogs out.
Yeah, yeah, and that would have been a good news video. Guy runs from dogs.
That would have been a great lawsuit.
Yeah. So, you want to start with You want to start with your fact or the
I
day?
do. Let's start with the fun facts. I only got one, but there's multiple days.
Okay, fun fact.
Fun fact. Have you ever had a Hershey's Kiss?
Yes,
Do you know that little piece of paper that sticks out of the top?
the little fortune cookie thing. Yes.
Yeah, the little piece of paper that sticks out of the top of the Kiss. That is called a Niggly Wiggly.
A Niggly Wiggly.
Niggly Wiggly. Niggly
And this is straight from the Hershey Company.
This is the fun fact of the day. The little piece of paper that sticks out the top of a Hershey Kiss is called a Niggly Wiggly.
That sounds made up.
I really wish it wasn't.
It's really, really cool that you say that because that is a food product, and we're going to talk about another food product today, Doritos.
No, what'd they do now?
Yeah, and so we'll keep that up later. So
Yeah.
that is kind of nice segue. Wish I would have known the fact beforehand, then I would have been like, wait a minute! We can like use this as, because I'm always trying to think of a segue. We get done with something about like fish, and I'm like, and speaking of rainbows.
If you need a segue for food, I can give you a segue for food, no problem.
Yeah, you just lay back and burp.
Yeah.
And speaking of food.
just I'm hungry. Well, speaking of being hungry, that leads into this food thing.
Yeah, okay. I always thought the little flaggy thing would be cool. Because you've seen like stop motion videos with them.
Yeah.
Where they're like sword fighting or they're playing jump rope or other things. I thought it would you should just put a little note on there. Give people a reason to read them.
The tiny little note.
Just like a single scrolling line. Because it goes all the way underneath it and up the other side.
Some 80-year-old lady has to put her glasses on. It's like
A Niggly Wiggly.
a Niggly Wiggly.
Giving a shout out to Academy Impossible. Thanks for watching the show today. Also, I see some Sav on there. Nobody's actually commented, so hi.
So now you're the first one to comment. Look at you go.
Yeah, there we go.
If anyone's going to be first in chat, it might as well be us.
Okay, now you've inspired me to find other little random details of other products or food products or something, and then just make up a name for it.
It's not a made-up name, man.
That's clearly a made-up name.
It's not. Google it right now. Google it right now, so we can get the confirmed fact on the show. It's one word. It's a mod. Hold what?
It's Urban Dictionary.
The small strip of paper that comes out of a Hershey's Kiss. Huh.
And there you go. It says it was added in 2010.
So it's been a thing at least since 2010.
Yeah. Yep.
Sniggly Wiggly.
There you go. It's official. It's on the internet, which means that it's true. For
Of course,
sure.
everything on the internet is true. Always believe what
Yes.
you read on the internet.
Right.
And if we say something and then this stream goes out on the internet, that means whatever we said is now
It
true.
is true. It is 100%. And I know that for a fact because Abraham Lincoln posted it like on Facebook, I think,
Yeah.
with his cell phone.
Yeah, and then the samurai faxed it to him.
Okay, so the national days today. Do you know what
National
they are?
days.
So yesterday was like milk chocolate day. I want to say
milk
chocolate milk.
Yeah, it was milk chocolate.
But
because
it's
we
milk
had a whole
chocolate.
thing about chocolate oranges and bacon,
Yeah.
and how my mother doesn't like milk chocolate.
Yeah, or chocolate covered bacon.
Yeah, I like both.
Yeah, chocolate covered bacon sounds like a thing. There's something else.
At the fair, the big old fair, when I was younger, I don't know if they still do it now, they sold chocolate covered bacon that was breaded and then had powdered sugar and more chocolate sprinkled on top of
Uh-huh.
it. Because I'm convinced at a fair, all the food is to make you die in the next decade.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%.
But if you could do it while riding a roller coaster that day, it'd be a good day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, milk chocolate. We got that all from milk chocolate. Yes, yesterday's milk chocolate day. Milk chocolate, not to be confused with chocolate milk. Okay, as long as we're going to get
Chocolate
sidetracked.
milk, the infinitely superior version.
As long as we're going to get here, let me lean into the camera so people live it.
Oh.
Okay, making eye contact. Okay. So the strip of paper coming out of a Hershey Kiss is called a
Niggly Wiggly.
Niggly Wiggly. Now, if you have a small little hot dog that you wrap in Pillsbury dough and you bake it and you put it on the end of a toothpick, it is now called a Piggly Wiggly. And I just made that up. But it's on the internet!
Woo! Isn't that a corn dog?
Okay.
This is a corn dog made out of cocktail wieners.
So, it is National Lasagna Day.
Now, I like lasagna.
I like lasagna.
Lasagna, definitely one of my favorite things the Italians have made.
Yeah.
Whether or not they made it doesn't matter.
Right. I think
It's true now.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere on the internet Garfield invented lasagna accidentally.
It's possible. Out of his hate for Mondays to find something to enjoy on a Monday,
Right.
he invented lasagna.
So, I have been like cutting back on carbs.
Yeah?
Lasagna is cool. Yes. Some Savs with us.
I have not been cutting back on carbs.
So the other day I left and I went home, and when I got home, I don't know why I decided to go for a walk because everybody's like, do the 10,000 steps or whatever a day. That's like the whatever.
Yeah, no, I try.
If you're trying to do whatever,
I
10,000
paced
steps.
around. I paced around my recording room a lot.
Yeah.
Just doing steps.
Stuff. So this is another, and this is an actual fact that you can confirm on the internet. If you
Yeah.
walk 20,000 steps a day, that is the equivalent of going to a workout at a gym. The calories burnt.
So I can walk 20,000 steps a day and become shredded
Yeah.
in my
Well,
upper
I don't
body.
know about shredded, because even going into the gym every day, you could do it without being shredded, because a lot has to do with dieting and all kinds of stuff. But
We're dieting.
But if you go to the gym and lift weights and do that for, what is a typical gym workout, an hour?
2 hours, yeah.
2 hours? If you walk 20,000 steps in a day, you burn enough calories to equal like a gym thing.
Most steps I think I've ever gone a day was like 47,000 steps.
Okay.
And that's when we were trying. We were trying to hit 50,000 steps in a day.
Well, that's actually about 5 miles. 20,000 steps is about 5. I think it's about 2,000 steps in a mile.
I watched a video of a guy trying to get 100,000 steps in a day. I think he sat down at about 77,000 steps for like
Yeah.
a little break, and his legs stopped responding.
Well, you know how people get
wouldn't
up
move.
early, they go to the gym, then they shower, and then they go to work? The reason they do that is I went and I walked like 3.5 miles or something at 10:30 at night,
Mm-hmm.
and then I couldn't get to sleep.
Wonder why.
Yeah. I
See,
don't know why. I was just like energized.
That's why I work in the evening. So I have my entire day to do stuff.
Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Well. Anyway, That has nothing to do with lasagna.
Nothing to do with lasagna.
But if you want to eat lasagna, today's a good... You know what day it is not? 20,000 Steps Day.
It is not 20,000 Steps Day. It will probably never be 20,000 Steps Day.
Yeah. So it's also National Lipstick Day.
Which doesn't apply to either of us.
I really... No,
I'm not a drag queen.
Yeah, no. National Chicken Wing Day.
Now, B-dubs.
Yep.
They've got a thing, apparently. It's like some atomic wing challenge.
Uh-huh.
If you can eat like 12 of these atomic wings in one sitting, they're free.
So I was at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I have never had Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well, okay.
I've never had
We're gonna
Buffalo
have to do
Wild
this.
Wings.
So they have like 50 different like sauce choices.
Yeah.
And so I like spicy stuff, but I don't like extremely hot, whatever. I try to avoid that. Oh man, she's called us word that is gonna be... I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow it.
Yeah, I would allow that.
We got flagged. But anyway, if we weren't cowards. Nice.
We weren't
So-
cowards. What would I use lipstick for? Because I wouldn't use it for what it's actually meant for. That's no fun.
Right. I would probably write like bad Halloween messages on a mirror. or
I
something
would
like
probably
that.
draw targets
Yeah,
and whatnot and
true.
shoot at them.
So anyway, I was at B-Dub, and I ordered like 3 sauces, because you can
Yeah.
get like so many, and you can get like a flight or whatever. And so I tried to like start low, medium, and then a little bit on the high side, but not like extremely hot. I ate the low. I figured I'd work my way up. I started eating it, work my way up, instead of starting the other way.
Yeah.
By the time I got to what my version of the hot sauce was, which wasn't their hottest, I couldn't taste the chicken anymore. It was possible I was just shoveling sand into my mouth.
That hot, huh?
Yeah. And so I could feel like something touching like my forehead. It felt weird.
It was
I felt
sweat,
like,
wasn't it?
yeah, I reached up and like you got sauce all over your hands, and like I was like sweating. and I was looking at me like, "Are you okay?"
We're perfectly fine. I'm enjoying these wings. It might be sand. They could have replaced it with a bucket of sand. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, they could save a fortune by feeding some people chicken at the beginning and then just putting barbecue sauce on sand for the rest of it, and it'll,
The bottom of your
I
plate
know
is
like
sand.
chickens like eat pebbles to help like clear out
Yeah.
their insides, whatever. You just go in there. You know what? Let's stop.
Start
on that.
eating pebbles and
Let's stop on
grass.
that. Carry a knife.
So do you want to just go to B-Dubs sometime?
Yeah, we should. We should. I have one issue with B-Dub, but I'm not going to say it on the program because it's a good news program, and Grandma always said if you have something nice to say about somebody. But it is also National Chili Dog Day.
I think I can recall only having chili dogs once in my life.
Really?
And it was maybe half a decade ago.
Half a decade ago.
Half a decade ago.
That's like
It's definitely nowhere recent.
probably a lot. A half a decade is a long time for you.
It's 5 years. It's like a third of my life almost.
Okay. A decade. It'd be like a decade. That's like for old people.
You know,
But
half a decade.
Half a decade. We can do that. So, chili dogs are good. You can have like, there's various places where you can go and get different kinds of chili.
Yeah.
So, the big good stuff, whatever you can get around. If you've never had it, you should definitely try it. Go out of your way. But if you can get down to St. Louis, there's something called Skyline Chili.
All the way down to St. Louis.
I can't describe to you the way this stuff tastes. You should smell it.
I haven't had chili in well over a year
It used to
either.
be a thing like you go to Chicago, you could get Portillo's. You could only get Portillo's in Chicago, and that's basically the same thing. Down there, they've got Skyline Chili. You can only get it there.
Because
And
it's southern.
there's a thing you should, if you could go out of your way for chili, this would be worth it.
Go out of my way. So for Skyline Chili,
Yeah.
why? Because sky's the limit?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a 6-hour 10-hour round trip or something for
I
us.
can probably convince
Yeah, 10
people to
hours.
go with me.
Yeah, I want to go. You guys want to go for a 11-hour trip?
Guys are going for 11-hour trip.
Plus
no.
eating it there,
By the way, there's food.
Here's the problem.
There's food. No. I pay for it. All right, I'm in.
You drive like 5 or 6 hours to eat chili, and then you get back in the car for a 5-hour drive back home with all your friends. You're like, you know what? Maybe we should have brought the chili back instead of eating it there.
Well, that's what I would do. I would go and I would bring the chili back to
Yeah.
make chili dogs.
You drive down there in an air-conditioned car. You drive back with the windows down.
Windows down, sunroof open, just vent air blowing at maximum.
Okay, also it's National Intern Day. I don't know how to work that into some sort of...
Have you ever been an intern?
No.
Have you ever had an intern?
No.
Neither have I.
Yeah. So, kudos to all you interns out there.
Maybe we get an intern for the show.
I don't know what you do for National Intern. You just hire a kid for one day on National Intern Day.
It's like, hey, he gets 1 college credit.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't
That's
mess up
what it is.
anything,
Don't
he
mess
gets
up
1
anything.
college credit.
One part of a... Yeah.
1/8 of a Bitcoin.
Anything you else got to... Yeah, I know. It just came out and I couldn't stop it, and so I just went.
Oh, boy.
Just ran with it.
It's been that kind of a day for
it's
you,
like
huh?
a Piggly Wiggly, Squiggly Wiggly,
Niggly Wiggly.
Wiggly, Biggity. Yeah.
Piggly Wiggly, that's a brand, right?
Yeah, a Piggly Wiggly, I think, is a chain of stores down south. Yeah.
Because there's, I think you get Piggly Wiggly with what, like it's always next to like Kirkland brand.
Like we have Jewel Osco, and they have like Winn-Dixie and Piggly Wiggly down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just hungry now. I want
Kroger.
food.
Kroger.
Kroger.
Publix. Okay. So, speaking of not food.
Not food.
Yeah, speaking of not food. First part of the program.
How far into not food are we headed?
So, this is actually
That's really far into not
really,
food.
really far. So, my first article actually is like the life-saving whatever stuff is like what I live for.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the best part of the show when someone's life is literally saved.
I live for food.
I can't think of any news that's greater. Second on my list would definitely be food.
I can think of
And we
what
do.
news is greater.
We do quite a bit of food stuff on here, although the Doritos is less about food.
And more about what Doritos is doing.
Well, you'll see. I don't want to ruin
right.
it. So my first article, there's a hero officer and Good Samaritan save an unconscious woman from a sinking car in a near fatal accident.
Near fatal.
Yeah, because they saved her. Yeah, that near miss. Yeah. Have you ever pulled someone from a car before?
We had to. It was a thing we did in Ivic where we didn't have anything to do for the day. So, like, EMS and fire rescue and whatnot were like, hey, we're doing drills. You want to come?
pull people out?
Yeah, you want to pull someone out of a car?
So,
And pulling someone out of a car sucks.
yeah, a month or so ago, I was in Batavia, and I watched a semi-truck roll. It was actually holding a dumpster thing, and it
lovely.
rolled onto its side, blocking 2 lanes of traffic. I jumped out, and I cut the guy out of his car. I had my pocket knife on me.
Nice.
He was up in the air. He had a safety vest on. It's like the window was broken. Things were...
Can I get off the ride now, please?
It's an intense moment when you pull someone out. Now, he was actually pretty hurt. I think the seatbelt probably bruised his ribs. Or
Probably.
whatever. But anyway, it's a good feeling when you... And I don't think that was like a life or death thing. The guy was definitely shaken up. I'm sure, like, you're in a big truck and you're like way up high and you're taking the corner and he was probably trying to beat the red light, but I didn't say that out loud.
I think his insurance will pay for it.
I don't know. It's going to be a great big tow truck because they'd had to get it back up on its wheels before they get tow it out.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's a good feeling to help someone. Well, in this case, Hyundai driver whose car tumbled over a Florida causeway into the Indian River in the middle of the night has a few good Samaritans to thank for saving her life. One bystander called 911 while she sprinted across the street to flag down a Melbourne police officer who happened to be conducting a traffic stop nearby. Help! There's a person in the water, please. Officer Peter Dolce III.
Well, darn.
Yeah. Officer
darn.
Officer Peter Dolce III there needs to be a PhD in there somewhere. I mean, I know it's not, but it should be
Officer Peter Dolce III, MD.
Yeah. Came running, and police body camera footage shows the car. I actually saw the footage. It's really hard to see, so I'm not going to put it on
Well,
here.
yeah, it's nighttime.
But you can Google it and see it. Which the witness said flipped over 2 or 3 times, half submerged on its side. Dolce jumped into the water and discovered a Good Samaritan crouched in the river, partially inside the vehicle, holding the unconscious driver's head above water. When Officer Luke Drummer arrived, they pried out the window so they could pull her out and drag her to land. The unidentified Samaritan could be heard saying she isn't breathing and urging officers to give her CPR. He did a great job, Dolce told reporters. He kept his cool. The driver was soon in stable condition and breathing on her own after being taken to a hospital.
Nifty.
So, yeah, I'm sure that like the rolling knocked her out.
Probably.
It only takes like just a couple of breaths of water to lose it. So it all happened really fast, quick thinking. And that is the first good news. I think that's, you know how you say the best for last?
Yeah.
I think we flipped it around today.
I'm going to wait until I hear this Doritos thing
Okay, yeah, well,
to make my decision.
it's about a 12-year-old girl, so I think you'll like that.
Hold on a minute.
Doritos, 12-year-old girl, and the outcome is going to be like a phenomenal good news program.
Yeah?
Yeah, you'll like it. You'll like it. My next article, I have a picture for. This lady was blind for 15 years, and now she has 20/20 vision. She gets to see her grandchildren for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Technology.
Mom?
Technology, yeah. So a woman left blind for 15 years has finally regained her sight after a life-changing operation. Doctors believed 59-year-old Connie had glaucoma when she rapidly began to lose her eyesight over a decade ago. Not a half a decade ago, but 2 half decades ago.
2.5 decades.
But then an ophthalmologist diagnosed cataracts in 2018, one of the most common and treatable adult vision issues. Connie, who lives in Colorado, began noticing halos and prisms of light or on lights while driving in 2003, and went to a doctor who told her she had glaucoma. 3 weeks later, she lost even more sight and peripheral vision. Doctors believe her vision was inoperable. She went blind. Determined not to let her condition stop her, Connie continued doing things she had loved before, such as ice skating, kayaking, camping, and attending sporting events and concerts. I was so happy to be in the nosebleeds, screaming my lungs out and not seeing anything, she said. I just lived life as much as I possibly could the way I did before I lost my sight. Still, she found some things difficult to adjust to. I wasn't really sure how to use a cane, and I would keep walking into bushes, she said. I have to have somebody with me when I cook, just to make sure the food looked okay. I couldn't vacuum, and I had to sweep in a pattern. Then, 3 years ago, she got the surgery that changed everything about her life. On November 12th, her right eye was operated on. When they took my patch off the next day, the first thing I saw was the nurse's eyebrow, eyelashes, and pupil, and I started crying, Connie said. She had me read an eye chart, and the first line I read was 20/20. I had the second eye done right after Thanksgiving, and I was seeing 20/20 out of both eyes. Connie's guide dog, Tallulah May, now acts as a regular, much-loved dog. He also has a job as a unit clerk with UC Health. She has been able to see her eldest grandchild for the first time since she was an infant, and her other 8 grandkids for the first time ever. The eldest doesn't look anything like she looked when she was 3 weeks old.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. I just lost it. I'm sorry. You look just like you did. Yeah. The kid's like, you know,
It's like 15.
a decade ago.
Yeah.
It's like 10, and their face is like, they look. Oh, you look just like you did.
Little baby
yeah.
bonnet.
Yeah, I figured, you know, by the time you were 10, you would have some teeth, but
Nah.
Okay, so then there's the unfolding beauties of nature to see and behold once again. I got to watch all the flowers bud and the trees grow leaves, she said, delighted. People think it's tedious to watch grass grow, but when you haven't seen a blade of grass in years, you watch the grass grow. I would be. I wouldn't have done. I'm not watching grass grow or paint dry, but I guess I think I could find something else to do.
She just walks around painting things just to watch it.
Of seeing her husband once again, Connie says he's still the most handsome man, and I'm still completely in love with him. Now she's excited to retake the vacations the couple had been on while she was blind. He took me to the Oregon coast, Yellowstone, and all through the Rockies. Now I want to go experience it again, she said. Well, I want to go see it. So, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. Whoops.
Whoops.
Wrong button.
Nope.
Wrong button.
So is that the eldest? She looks just like an infant.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's probably maybe a daughter. She looked a lot like a daughter. Oh, I guess it could be a... I'm pretty sure the picture was staged, though, because you wouldn't need to touch her face if you can see again. Yeah, it's like, let's just...
I feel like if you're blind and you're used to like touching faces and whatnot, it might be a little bit of a difficult habit to just suddenly kick when you can see.
I know that there's people who do touch faces so they can see you. I'm thinking that... I don't know if I would do that to somebody. Like, hey, can I touch your face?
I watched that, and one of the things I thought of was like, it's like echolocation, except it reverberates throughout a person's entire body, so they get like an entire like 3D graph of what exactly what you look like in their head.
There's a guy, we did that here on this show. He developed his own echolocation.
Uses
and
a
can
clicker.
literally ride a bicycle while clicking and can see where he's going. That's pretty cool to ride a bicycle.
That's something.
Yeah. So anyway, we like to do astrological events here.
Unlike the Weather Channel.
Yeah. So this year's Perseid meteor shower will be super bright with up to 50 shooting stars an hour.
No, I've never seen a shooting star.
Never.
Never.
I've seen dozens in my lifetime, but
Never.
the wishes that I've made on those dozens of stars haven't come true yet.
I say there's not a time limit on them, so
Yeah. I mean, no. I asked for millions and millions of dollars.
again, there's not a time limit on them.
That's my thing. So, if any of you all out there would like to help me make my dreams come true,
Start GoFundMe.
I'm looking for millions and millions of dollars. Oh, that would make me happy.
GoFundMe, $1.3 billion.
Yeah, I don't want to say that I'm easy, but millions and millions of dollars would make me very happy.
Help me buy my recreational M1A2 Abrams.
They say that money doesn't buy happiness, right?
It does.
But I'm pretty sure that millions and millions of dollars could buy me the type of
Money
misery that I could live with.
does not buy happiness. They're 100% right about that. But money does buy the things that give you happiness.
So, yeah, we're very shallow people.
So in a way, money buys happiness.
Yeah, we're shallow. We're good.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, this year's Perseid meteor shower, 50 shooting stars an hour. This is your chance to wish for millions and millions of dollars, or, whatever it is you wish for. So during the next few weeks, look up and you can expect to see more than your average number of bright and shimmering shooting stars lighting up the night sky. The Perseids, I hope I'm saying that right.
See, I want to say like Perseus.
Perseus.
It's Perseids. The proceeds.
I was going to say how to announce.
How to announce.
Perseides. Let's see. Well,
I'll say it's going to
nothing.
play it for you.
So,
Amy definition at dictionary.com. Perseids. Perseids.
whatever.
Yeah, so it's a Perseid.
Anyway, they're rare. The best. They're considered the best meteor shower of the year, according to NASA.
Yeah.
This year's show began on July 17th and will last until August 26th. So you got some time. We were able to wiggle it in here, okay?
All right.
The peak will be on the night of August 11th, running into the early hours of August 12th. So in the next couple of weeks. That's where the rate of the shooting stars will be at its highest, with about 50 meteors per hour.
And where do I see this?
The extra good news, it's coming. The moon will be only 13% illuminated on August 11th, so if you have clear skies, you'll have an excellent view of all those shooting stars. You can be anywhere in the northern hemisphere to enjoy this show of speed and light. Fine summer weather should make for comfortable viewing too. To best see the starry sky, try to face northeast towards the Perseus constellation. So, east for us is
I was.
that way.
So hey, at least I was right. I wanted to call it Perseus.
Yeah, Perseus. That's why.
It's not Perseus, it's Perseid.
Perseid. Okay. But just what are you seeing up there? According to Farmer's Almanac, meteors occur when Earth rushes through a stream of dust and debris left behind by a passing comet. The Swift-Tuttle comet, in the case of the Perseids. Whatever.
It's like Perseus,
Yeah.
just add a D instead of an S.
When the bits strike Earth's upper atmosphere, friction with the air causes each particle to heat and burn up. We see the result as a meteor. So, there you go.
Nifty.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
the next thing is something that I should have prepped because I didn't, because I'm losing it a little bit. So let me see if I can put this on here, because there's bound to be a, oh, no,
Oh, I've seen this.
straight into it. Straight into it. Go screen. Okay, so my next article is super awesome, only because you can see the guy's little legs just running and running and running. Let's go ahead and put this up, temp screen. So, this lucky tortoise enjoys his homemade scratcher device, crafted from broom heads. Right there.
Yeah, you just...
Do you find yourself needing to, like, scratch your back along the corner of a wall?
No,
or
just a
something
tree,
like, that?
like a bear.
I usually try to get somebody, like, just hold their hands up. Like, zookeepers made a tortoise a homemade scratching station, and an adorable video shows the creature wiggling while trying it out. I want to play this video and just add music to it, because, well, if you've seen it, you know.
It's like just in thing.
Yeah.
Running in
Morgan
the
Brem,
90s.
Morgan Brem, a Dallas Zoo National Intern Day, there you go, created the scratching device for Sunny, the radiated tortoise. Made from broom heads, it's perfect for the little animal to itch the impossible to reach spots on the top of his shell. I didn't know that they could feel that.
No, you didn't, but their shells are part of their bodies.
I know that, like, their skeleton is, like, built into it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that they could feel it, but apparently they can.
Yeah, they can.
So, Robin Ryan, supervisor of Ambassador Animal Experiences at Dallas Zoo, said she made it adjustable to see if our Ambassador Armadillo would also be interested, but so far we have only seen Sunny use it. The base is wood with a turf mat cover for belly scratching opportunities. The frame is PVC, and the brush heads are held on with a conduit fitting. To maximize scratching abilities, the top brush was lowered twice for Sunny, who has been at the Dallas Zoo since 1980.
That's a few decades.
Decades ago.
That's a couple. That's about what, like almost a dozen half decades right there.
Yeah, there you go. It's a decade, a half decade. No, never mind. Okay. Robin said tortoises' shell are part of their spine, and they have nerve endings which run to the top. Ryan explains that the name radiated tortoise comes from the pattern on Sunny's shell. The top part of his shell has yellow lines that radiate out from the center.
Can confirm.
Yet, they kind of look like sunbursts, hence the name. His engaging personality helps inspire guests to want to create a better world for the animals. I'm going to play this video for you right now.
Let's take a good old look at Sunny.
Watch his legs. This is, because here's, can you see that? Oh, no, you can't see my mouse. But his leg right here.
The one that's bent.
This
no, the one that's bent or the one that's extended.
Well, just watch. Just watch. Here you go. Watch his leg. He's like, see, this way you're the. Have you ever seen a turtle shake his booty?
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever seen the?
He's just going to town too. Watch.
Yeah, no, he's.
Look at his leg.
Yep. He's going.
That turtle probably just spends all day in there, like, yeah,
Probably.
yeah. That's
surprising.
that's the spot.
Yep.
Oh,
Have you ever seen the video of the gorilla spinning in his little like bathtub?
No.
And they put the song Maniac over it. So he's spinning in this little bathroom. He's going faster and faster. And in the background, you just hear, he's a maniac on the.
See, that needs music.
And as he's going around, he like starts doing this. And right when he starts doing this, he goes, and he's dancing like he's.
Okay, I'm gonna get me like 3 or 4 brooms, and I'm gonna make my own back scratching station. Yeah.
I feel like wouldn't be as comfortable as you think it might be.
Probably wouldn't, but I'm gonna see what happens if I end up on YouTube. Oh wait, I do.
Yeah, we do every single week.
So this man, speaking of animals,
Yeah.
that was a good segue. This man here,
This man,
hikes with his support owl named Louie.
Louis, like St. Louis.
Like St. Louis, where you get the Skyline chili.
All right, nice segue.
Yeah. So I didn't know you could have a pet owl.
Well, no, there's emotional support pretty much everything.
I know that the airlines shut down every support animal except for like dogs.
Yeah.
And maybe cats. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can have a support snake or support hamster, or support tortoise or whatever.
I've seen there's a guy with an emotional support Komodo dragon. That's an actual thing.
Until it eats them.
Right.
Until it eats them.
Then he doesn't have any emotions left that need to be supported.
Komodo dragons can take down a cow.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. Anyway, so it's not every day that you see a man and his owl hiking up a mountain.
It certainly isn't.
But this isn't your regular owl.
It's not every day that I go hiking up a mountain.
Yeah. Louis is an emotional support animal. J-Lo Miles, and that's a real name, J-Lo, Jaylo Miles. Not to be confused with the singer J-Lo.
Yeah, with J-Lo. J-Lo, not to be confused with J-Lo.
Yeah. J-Lo Miles and his beautiful PTSD, I can get this right. PTSD barn owl have the most incredible bond. Together they are on a mission to help raise awareness for mental health and those who are battling PTSD. I just lost my spot.
And the stigma attached to it.
Yeah, and the stigma attached to it. A photojournalist based in Swansea, Wales, Joanne Randalls, recently joined the unlikely duo for a hike to the summit of the highest peak in South Wales, Pennyfan?
I don't know, because there's Dash. I wonder if it's like Penwyfan.
Penwyfan?
Or Pennyfan. Penifin.
I tried to find uplifting stories and came across J-Lo Miles' inspirational owl story online. So she reached out to Welshman who lives in Cardiff to see if he would allow Joanne to join him. I hope it's not Johan. No, that would be I
think it's Joanne.
Joanne. To join him on one of his adventures with Louis.
J-Lo Miles and Johan Randalls.
It's like
the duo.
People never know how special Louis is, not just for me, but for guys I let hold him, says J-Lo. That special moment of love. J-Lo set up a Facebook page called Many Downs Time to Get Up. That's hard to say, like many downs time to get up. As a safe and uplifting community where individuals can learn about his battle to overcome PTSD and readers can help inspire others. The father of the 3 wrote, I have built this page from a desperate battle with my own mental health and suicidal thoughts in the hope to make a difference and leave a legacy and create and inspire. J-Lo and Louis and another support owl named Oscar are now familiar faces around Cardiff. I would think that these owls have to be in Harry Potter. You know?
It won't be surprised if the owl used to go and get the mail.
The ultimate support animal is the animal that supports you by saving your life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So anyway, they encourage others to join with them on challenges and group meetups so that they too can take the positive steps to overcome their fears. CPTSD and PTSD mental health sucks, but the journey I'm on will show the way for those in their time of need. Be strong, be honest, and be you.
Sick.
Yep. Yep. I didn't know before I read this article, I didn't know that I needed a support owl.
But you still don't.
No,
You just want one.
I do for sure.
You don't need one. You just want one.
Sitting there is just you, me, and my owl at B-Dub. And the owl's like, what kind of owl sound? Whoo! Okay, I forgot. I forgot what sound an owl makes.
Ooh, boy. Oh, it's been a long enough day already.
Yeah.
Oh, just hit end stream at this point,
You know
bud.
when you're 3 years old and your mom says, and what sound does the cow make? And what sound does the owl make? And I was going to go like, caw, caw, or, meow, meow.
Just turn off the stream at this point. Go to bed. Be
like,
done with the day.
What sound does an owl make? And as soon as I said that, I was like,
What sound does an owl make? Caw.
Are you asking me? Who? Okay, anyway. Totally lost what I was going to say.
How do you manage to mess that up? It's one sound. That's it. It's whoo, but no, caw, caw. Owl diving at you. Caw.
Wow. I feel like I just swallowed a...
If all owls could talk, then they sound like Mickey Mouse. I'm gonna get you. Oh boy.
Yeah. I'm totally...
You're totally lost now.
totally lost.
Yep.
I'm coming up on my Doritos challenge there here.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to spend too much time here, but yeah, I totally lost what I was going to say. You know what would help kept me on track?
What?
A support owl.
No one. What's it gonna do? Go who when
Just
you
look at me.
ask?
So owls are kind of creepy because like they can turn their head like all the way around. Can you imagine? You walk in your room and your owl's facing the other way, and all of a sudden you walk up and it like turns around and stares at you with its great big eyes.
Yeah, and then you just put it on the head.
So I went camping with a couple of guys. This was several half decades ago. And this big guy that was with us, he's Polish. Didn't speak very good English, but he was huge.
Big
like
Polish man.
Like Lou Ferrigno. Maybe not as big as Lou Ferrigno, but big guy. He had like great big old hands. Like when you'd shake his hand like wrapped around your whole hand. Like he could envelope your whole hand, shaking your hand. Like you figure like this guy, you joke about like ripping somebody's arm off and beating him with it. This guy I think could. I think this guy literally could rip my arm off, and nunchuck me upside the head with it. So, a big man, very strong. Watch him move some big things, and this guy's never had a
I
problem.
watched him punt a boulder out of the way.
He's never had a problem opening the pickle jar.
Never had an issue.
Never, yeah. So, we're camping out, and where we were camping, it was just a bunch of guys. You take boys camping where we went because if you have to go to the bathroom, like there's the tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and if you had to do anything other than that, it was a half a mile walk to the toilet. So it's the middle of the night. This guy, Polish guy, who probably eats 6 or 7 pounds of meat a day, decided that he had to go to the bathroom. Right, so he's walking up, and he's huge. Like if a bear jumped out, he could take the bear. I believe that. So he's walking down the
People
the
do
road.
wrestle bears.
Yeah. Well, this owl, I don't know if he's ever seen an owl before. They had their flashlight, and they shined the flashlight up, and the owl's head turned all the way around and hooted at him. And he came running back to camp, scared out of his mind. And I don't know how this poor guy did not use the bathroom all night long. But he did not. He did. The owl scared him so bad. Super funny. Super funny. Also on that trip, one of the kids, there were fish in the water, and he put a stick in the water. The fish bit the stick. He pulled up, and the fish came flying out of the water. And they caught a fish, literally with a stick, no bait.
Nope.
And that's something that you don't see every day either. And something else that you don't see every day, a puffy Dorito chip. Yeah. Nope. Try to process that one for a little while. So Doritos gives this, oh, I said 12-year-old girl, 13-year-old girl, $20,000, a reward for discovering a rare puffy chip, which she listed on eBay.
My stomach just told me that I'm hungry.
I don't know. I don't know. But this girl must be wishing on the right stars. So, a true visionary.
She's wishing on those Perseids. She's wishing on those Perseid stars.
True visionary is someone who recognizes opportunities where others do not. If you're keen enough to spot it, the next new trend might pop up almost anywhere, even in a bag of chips. You just have to be careful not to eat your fortune before you find your fame. 13-year-old Riley Stewart was plowing through a packet of Doritos when she happened on a chip that looked like a puffed up triangular pillow. The Queensland teen was about to pop it in her mouth, but noting its unique shape, thought better of scarfing it down. Let me see if I get this right. Thought better of scarfing down the inflated morsel.
There you go.
There we go. I can get this. What's on the helmet? Okay. Instead, Riley posted her unusual find to TikTok, asking her followers for feedback on how to best eat it. Their advice: put the puffy chip on eBay and see what price it might fetch. With a starting bid of 99 cents, that's just what the enterprising Aussie teen did. 99 cents for a puffy Dorito chip. Now,
Puffy Doritos.
I'm thinking about all of the money that I could have made with eBay from all the stuff that I've found in my lifetime. If I saw a puffy Dorito chip, I don't even think I would have thought twice about it. I would have just been like, oh. Yeah. Fast forward, and thanks to a dose of social media magic, Riley's funky TikTok entry was chalked up to 6 million views and counting. Meanwhile, prior to the listing being taken down, the eBay auction for the one-of-a-kind culinary oddity topped out in the neighborhood of $100,000.
See, so here's what I don't get. The eBay listing.
Yep.
People were bidding on this. People had reached the point where people were bidding $100,000. And yet, she gave this thing back to Doritos for 20 grand.
Well, you'll have to hear it. Yeah, it's kind of she should have got more money. But anyway.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
She got cheated out of like 80 grand.
So it topped at $100,000, but not before its internet notoriety caught the attention of Doritos' chief marketing officer, Bandita Pandy.
Pandy.
In recognition of her boldness and entrepreneurial spirit, Riley's crunchy bite of Zygus earned her a cool $20,000 award from the corporation's head honchos. So it's been a whirlwind couple of days for Riley and her family, and we love following the story. Pandy told 9 News. We've been so impressed with Riley's boldness and entrepreneurial spirit, so we wanted to make sure the Stewart family were rewarded for their creativity and love for Doritos. Now that the funky snack Zeppelin has gone viral, Riley's dad has been teasing his daughter that he's contesting ownership of the golden ticket. Dad is saying that since he bought the packet, it's his chip. A gleeful Riley told 9 News, but I ate the packet and I found it, so I believe it's mine. Since it's commonly held that possession is 9/10 of the law, we won't dispute her claim. One thing's for sure, however, Riley's eagle-eyed chip scouting ability combined with the talent to make it meme-worthy gives a whole new meaning to the phrase, cashing in your chips. I had to throw that in there just for you.
She still got cheated out of like $80,000.
No. I think she got the $100,000, and then on top of it, Doritos gave her 20 grand. I think.
Better confirm that.
I think.
Because Doritos just straight up like, here, we'll take the chip.
So I don't think
20 grand.
It's not like yours. Let's say like I had a name brand mouse, right?
Yeah.
And I decide to sell this, saying that it looks like Abraham Lincoln's face or something.
Yep.
The company can't stop that. It's in my ownership, my possession. So as long as eBay does it, I'm sure she has to pay like some fees, a percentage
probably.
or something, whatever. But I think the 20,000 was above and beyond.
Probably.
And I'm sure that they might have made some stipulations, like it has to be for college or something. I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
All I know is that if I had 100,000, even if I had just $20,000 at 13, that would have rode me all the way through my whole teenage years until, you're living at home, whatever.
Yeah, I could.
She's probably right now the only 13-year-old kid paying rent.
Probably. Yeah, no, because like is 13. Make it till you're 23 if you manage to just spend $2,000 a year.
Yeah. So, I don't have another article. We've got like about 10 minutes. I do have other articles, but I put them in something else and they're not here right now.
So what do we do? Whoop. This has never happened before.
Whoops. Let's set one up. Wait, and that's not even close because we had 5 minutes on it. Oh, whatever.
No, that's right. Because that just hit. That counts the time of when you hit start stream.
But we started 5 minutes before with the countdown.
Yeah, but we always stop at the hour.
Well. At least we're on the hour, so we'll just go ahead and stop, unless you got something else to say. But no,
No, I'm just gonna go eat food.
gonna go eat food.
I think, maybe. I don't know. I have my own stream that I have to do today.
Ooh. Gaming or something else?
Gaming. Minecraft. Good old Minecraft.
I'm gonna sleep.
Probably
I
a good idea.
I haven't got enough since I forgot what sound an
Oh
owl
boy,
makes.
yeah. Caw-caw.
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 Owl turns. I probably would have been a lot scared for that Polish dude if an owl turned around and instead of going who went caw.
My brain was like,
Your brain sounded like my stomach.
Don't think like a owl will growl at you. I don't know.
I don't know. Can owls growl?
So owls, I think, are one of the only birds that literally fly or can fly, making no sound whatsoever.
Makes sense.
And they just
Hummingbirds, I think. No,
make the
hummingbird.
loudest.
Yeah, hummingbirds make a lot of sound because
Yeah, and if you've ever had one follow you,
it's really noticeable.
when you hear it, and they move so fast,
Yeah.
it freaks you out. Yeah. I thought I was being attacked by fairies or something. But you hear them behind you, and I turned around, and it must have moved around with my head. I'm like,
It's playing around the back of your head. You're looking at it.
and you heard something, and it's like, where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it? I think I'm dying. Yeah, and then you're like grabbing yourself, and you're like checking to make sure your pulse is going. You're not just having an experience.
Not.
Yeah.
Yep, we're still good. No.
But then when I fly
Yep.
around, so my grandma had a couple of hummingbird feeders
Yeah.
on her porch, and the hummingbirds would fly around, and only one hummingbird would get to eat out of it,
Nice.
and it would chase all the other hummingbirds away. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So, and this is bad. You shouldn't do this, but I went out there with a broom and I ran it off. And when I did, the other hummingbirds would come back, and I thought, oh, they'll all eat now. No, one of the other ones took over as the chief. I'm only gonna eat. You know what I mean? There's always one,
Yeah.
and it's the bigger of all of them, and it will run the rest of them off.
Yep.
So if you want to have hummingbirds and you want them all to eat, you need to put hummingbird feeders all around your yard.
Just make an
Very far
example
apart.
of what happens to the leader.
Yeah. So, because if you put them too close together, the main alpha bird will fly in between all of them and just scout his own territory and then like run everybody off. They're super territorial. I didn't know that. You think like with
It's
them being this
hilarious
small,
though.
They are, and you watch them fight, and you're like, oh, that's so cute.
Man.
Well, what kind of sound does a hummingbird make again? Oh yeah. Whoo. I can't believe
Hummingbirds make the sound of a helicopter flying away.
this is where we have to go back on the internet and be like, remember that time when you forgot what sound an owl
Yep.
makes?
You're never going to live that one down because it's going to be immortalized on the internet
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, I can see the meme with the whole digital Sab 57 in the
Oh, yeah.
background. Hey, look at this guy. He doesn't know what an owl makes. I feel like I've led the shelter's life.
Even I know what sound an owl makes.
Yeah. So, next week on Wednesday, we're going to do another...
We should continue. We should
probably
end it.
finish
Yeah, I'll
up
probably
the
beat it.
first half of the game.
First half. Yep.
Assuming that the other Bowser's Fury is a similar
Experience.
a similar. The virtual track is the same size, I guess, because I guess if it has like 15 worlds, assuming that you don't have any little mini bosses getting up to it, and it's
Right.
only you and Bowser, it might only
Yeah.
be one.
Could be.
And if he's that big,
It might be a few.
it might.
Bowser is the
we
course.
We beat it in one episode. Yeah.
Bowser is the course.
So next week on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central, we're going to continue. We'll probably finish the first half of the Mario 3D World.
Super Mario 3D World. Yep.
Super Mario 3D World. And then next Thursday at 4 p.m., we're going to be back here for the Good News program. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Don't forget to look up in the sky for some wishing stars.
Yeah.
There should be plenty of wishes to make. So wish for yourself, and then please wish that the two of us can get millions and millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
We would really appreciate that.
100%.
Otherwise, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye-bye.